Ticketmaster and Live Nation. It was just approved by the DOJ in January, so it's kind of a new endeavor. Let's do a little business first, then we'll have some fun.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, I'm here for comic relief.
I know. No, you're here for all the above.
Okay.
Okay. So tell us, what was the point of putting these two things together? A lot of people, it did get the scrutiny from the government. Some people didn't think it was going to happen. What are you trying to do with it?
Well, the deal drew a lot more press than the size of the companies. But I guess people, care a lot about how they get their tickets and consume their entertainment. But the thought, certainly from the Ticketmaster side, Ticketmaster Entertainment was formed when my partner and our chairman, Barry Diller, who's here tonight, merged my management company, Frontline Management, with Ticketmaster. And, you don't have to be, really have a crystal ball to see that ticketing, my 12-year-old on his iPad could write a program to ticket a general admission club and everything. So I think we rightly figured out that, the ticketing going forward, you needed to have more. So to put the content together with the ticketing, so that what we're trying to do is transform Live Nation Entertainment. We think of ourselves as an e-commerce opportunity more than being a concert promoter and a ticketer of live events. Artists now make about 82% of their money touring. Recorded music is not monetized the way it once was.
Yeah,
so does that mean acts are going to have to work? And there's not an act alive that doesn't want to charge less for tickets if they can figure out how to do it. So this supposed crisis that's going on right now, I think is good and healthy. And by the way, it's only going on in the United States. And, Canada is red hot. Australia is red hot. The festival season in Europe's record numbers. So if the U.S. This is a U.S. economy issue. I don't think it's a and look, they're going to, if they could figure out a way to steal the tickets, they would, just like they steal movies and music. But so far, they haven't figured out how to do that. So,
what about places like StubHub, Irving, and scalpers in general, and the more sophisticated methods they're using right now? How does that impact your business?
The secondary ticketing business it basically exists because the industry failed to properly price tickets on the primary market as they should. Ticketmaster, we operate a platform called Ticketmaster Platinum that yields the highest prices in the business when you'll charge them. And I think there's going to be secondary tickets, and there's always going to be ticket brokers. There's a lot of people that just want to pick up the phone and call their local broker. And the secondary ticketing business is going to exist, but they have no skin in the game. They aren't the guys investing tens of millions of dollars in this. And acts and promoters are finally, and teams. We're in business with 102 of the 110 professional sports teams are waking up, and now you're going to find stuff dynamically priced properly. The front quarter of the house is going to be more expensive, and the back half of the house is going to be way less expensive.